Hey, it's Jeff Summers with Watch You Know. Today we're going to be checking out the Timex Waterbury automatic open heart watch. So I'm going to tell you all about the watch from an objective standpoint. Then later in the video I'll give you my opinion on it, and in between we'll show you what the watch looks like outside in the sunlight. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Hello people, we're going to be reviewing the Timex Waterbury Classic Automatic Open Heart Dial Watch, model TWZ U11500ZV. I'm going to give you an overview of the watch, then we'll take it outside, show you what it looks like in the sunlight, and show you a few other Timex models in the Waterbury collection, and finally I will give you my opinion of the watch. So this isn't really an unboxing per se, but I did want to show you what you get when you purchase this watch, because it does come in a nice, it has a nice outer layer box, and then this actual box that it comes in is it's well made, and when you open it, in there is the watch, and they give you a little taste of what their take on the watch is, and it presents itself pretty nicely. So let's talk about this watch. I'll show you the front part first, and let's discuss that. We have a 40 millimeter watch. The open heart is around the 7 o'clock position, and it really does a nice job of showing off the balance wheel and one of the 21 jewels. So let's take a look at that, if I can get you kind of a close-up. There's a pretty good shot on there. So you can see the workings of the watch inside from the front, and certainly from the back. The water resistance of this watch is only 50 meters. It's not really a dive watch or anything like that, so I don't know if it really needs to be much more than that. Take it with you when it rains. But, maybe jumping in the pool or going diving, not a good idea with this one. The glass is a mineral glass, is what it is. It's not domed, so it's pretty flat right across. The Arabic markings are easy to read. The watch appears to be much grayer than on the website. You can see my gloves are white, and the watch is definitely gray. It actually, even now I'm looking through the camera here, it's a weird deception. I wonder if we go outside, and when we show it to you outside, if you'll be able to see that gray, because it certainly isn't white. And the watch, of course, has lume, so we can see the lume there on the hand. So that's nice to have. Some of the Timex Waterbury quartz watches actually have the Indiglow, but not the automatics. All right, on the side of the watch, we see a signed crown. Let's try to go into this. And I have it kind of upside down if we're trying to read what the intent was from Timex, because I believe they're trying to say TX for Timex. They did not go with the T only, they had to add that X, which is a little unusual, but that's how they did it. The watch is pretty tall for a dress watch. It's 12 millimeters tall, And the reason for that is because of the movement, which we're going to talk about that now. As we come to the back, we can see the movement. All right. And by the way, this is made of stainless steel, the case. And the movement is an Miyota 8215. They really want you to know that it has 21 joules. 21 joules, they write that there. And they also write it on their case. I'm not sure if it's that big of a deal that they're making it into, but nonetheless, they say it. This movement is a rather cheap movement compared to lots and lots of other movements. I looked and I could find this for under $40 to buy. Now this watch goes for $259, and you could only imagine what Timex is paying for the movement. It certainly isn't $40. It's substantially less money than that. But there you go. Let me get a kind of a close up there for you so you can see. All right, and it is inscribed on there. Well, I don't know if it's inscribed, it's like painted on. It says the Waterbury collection. Ooh. Okay, so let's move on to the last thing that I'll talk about, and that is the strap. Of course, they do embroider Timex there. And here, top grain cowhide. And it really does feel top grain. I mean, well, I'll give you my opinion on the watch a little bit later on, but it's not just the run-of-the-mill watch band. It has a little pattern there, okay. And the inside of this band is pretty darn comfortable. It is nice and soft, and it's a nice feel on the wrist. All right, on the buckle, by the way, Timex. All right, just in case you forget what you're wearing. All right, we wanted to give you an idea of what the Timex Waterbury open heart looks like in the sunlight and on the wrist. There it is. Timex. All right. Hey, I'm going to give you my opinion on this Timex automatic classic Waterbury watch, open heart. I'm going to give you 3 things I like most about the watch and 3 things I like least about the watch. First of all, let's talk about what I like about the watch, because there's several things that are great about this watch. And one, I have to say, is because it is a Timex. Now, a lot of people in the watch community may knock on Timex, but the thing with Timex is when you get a Timex, you know it's going to last, you know it's going to work. There's a reason why that slogan came to be, takes a licking and keeps on ticking. And it is true. You know you're going to get something that's going to work. The second thing I like about this watch is this band. This watch band is super nice, and you can't tell really from pictures because there's a lot of watch bands that look like this, but nothing yet that I felt that feels this nice. I mean, this is just a true winner, right? And yeah, when they say top grain cowhide, they mean it. I mean, this is nice. I really like it, and I believe it's an 18 millimeter band. The third thing that I like about this watch is the simplicity of the dial coupled with the open heart, right? And it really works. It really works quite nicely. If the open heart was not there, I would be saying that this is too simplified for my taste. I think it needs that open heart, and it really works with this design. So kudos to Timex for that. Now, the three things I don't like about this watch. First and foremost has to be the movement that is in this watch. There's many things that I don't like about the movement. First of all, the Miyota 8215 is notoriously loud. The rotor spins the rotor spins kind of too much in the fact that it's causing for a lot of noise. The movement is big and bulky, which is the reason why we have to have such a thick case. The accuracy is not very good. It's minus 20 seconds a day to plus 40 seconds a day. So it's not very accurate. Also, it has an issue with hesitating seconds, which it's a stuttering second hand due to incorrect drive system for running the central seconds. And that is something that you really don't want, is a hesitating second hand. It's a cheap movement. If you were to buy one yourself, it costs $40. And with a company like Timex, I wouldn't be surprised if they can get it 10 times as cheap, because they're buying in major bulk. So you wonder where that other $210 is coming from. You know, they have to make a profit for sure, but with the movement that inexpensive, and we're using mineral glass, it's likely to be a bit overpriced, this watch. So the value on it may not be so great. I think I touched upon the second thing that I didn't like about the watch, and that's the thickness, and that's really affected by that enormous movement inside. It's 12 millimeters. It could have been probably 10, at least shaving off another millimeter. The third thing I don't like about the watch is the deceptive color. When I purchased this, I thought I was getting a white Timex. Okay, I thought the dial was white, and although after it came to me, I do like it, it is not what I was thinking I was getting. So when they say what you see is what you get, not really so with this watch. Now, if you look further into the description, I think it does say that it is a light gray, and for some reason I missed that. But come on, Timex, you really should put an accurate picture of the watch on your website. So, to wrap it up, is this a good value? Well, that always comes down to what you're willing to pay for the watch. I like this watch. I just think that the price point on it is too high. They could have done better with that movement. And I have seen watches that are in this price range that offer a sapphire crystal. And that would have been nice too. All right. I wanted to give you an idea of what the Waterbury collection has to offer, which is a lot. There are chronographs, there are field watches, there are dress watches. You can get a Waterbury on a band. You can get it on a strap. You can get Waterburys that are quartz. You can get Waterburys that are automatic, like this one, which is a really nice looking Waterbury classic, and it's very simple, has your date, excellent watch. There are 2 pages, so here on the second page in the Timex website we have some really fine examples like this chronograph with the orange and gray. I just think this looks spectacular. Now this is a quartz watch and it only has 30 meters of water resistance, but there again, it's not a lot of money, so the way it's built and the reputation Timex has, I think it's worth $139. Now you might be wondering, where in the world is the open heart watch? Because it's not being seen here in the Timex Waterbury collection. So how am I able to pull this up? Well, that's because if you directly put in the search bar Waterbury Classic Open Heart, you'll see this watch. It's not on their main website because Timex has told me that they're out of stock on it. And that can happen, and if they're out of stock, they'll pull it off the website. So by the time you see this review, it's likely to be back up on the website. And now for an important message pertaining to Watch You Know. Hey, thanks for watching that video on the Timex Automatic Waterbury Open Heart watch. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. We're almost at 200 subscribers. That may not sound like a lot when you compare it to all the other channels on YouTube, but you gotta start somewhere. And I really do appreciate all of you that have subscribed to the channel or at least watched the video. So have a great day and we'll see you with our next watch. Bye.